Ladies, let me talk to you from experience, not just theory. You ever been done wrong by somebody you trusted? Somebody you gave your time, your love, your loyalty to, and they turned around and cut you deep? Yeah, I've been there. More times than I can count. And let me tell you something, that kind of pain, it don't just hurt your heart, it burns in your spirit. And that little voice in your head starts whispering, you need to get even. You can't just let them walk away like that. I get it. That voice is loud. You gotta make them in that moment what they made you feel. You're angry, you're hurt, you're embarrassed, you feel small, betrayed. So what do? You want to take back control. And in your mind, revenge feels like control. You think, if I can hurt them the way they hurt me, then maybe I'll feel better. Maybe the pain will stop. But I'm going to tell you the truth, it won't. Here's what really happens when you go down that road. You tie yourself to that pain even tighter. Now, instead of walking away and starting to heal, you just hit the pause button on your life. You ever try to climb a ladder while dragging a weight behind you? That's what revenge is. It keeps you locked in the past. It keeps you thinking about them, about what they did, about what they deserve. And while you're down there planning how to get back at them, life is moving forward. Opportunities, they pass him by. Your blessings, they wait on you to let go. But you too busy reliving the wound to receive what's next. You want to grow? You want to move on? You got to let that stuff go. I know it ain't easy. Nobody said it would be. But what you got to understand is revenge don't fix the wound, it infects it. It drags you down to the same level as the one who hurt you. And now they still got power over you. They still controlling how you act, how you feel, how you spend your energy. See, when you focus on revenge, you ain't healing, you ain't learning, you ain't getting stronger. You're just rehearsing the pain over and over again. And what's worse, you end up missing the lesson. Because every time somebody does you wrong, there's a lesson in there for you. Not for them, for you. Maybe it's about setting better boundaries. Maybe it's about knowing your worth. Maybe it's about knowing your worth. Maybe it's about trusting your instinct. But you can't learn none of that if your eyes are locked on payback. Now let me say this too. Walking away doesn't mean you're weak. Forgiving someone doesn't mean you're okay with what they did. It means you choosing you over the hurt. It means you respect yourself enough to not waste another minute of your life on somebody who already showed you who they are. And I promise you this, the moment you stop chasing revenge, something powerful starts to happen. You start growing. You start glowing. Your peace comes back. Your focus sharpens. You start becoming somebody even stronger than before, somebody wiser, somebody who don't need to fight small battles anymore. Because when you know who you are, when you know your worth, you don't need to prove nothing to nobody. You ever see somebody who's really winning in life? I'm talking about folks with real peace, real joy, real success. They don't waste time getting even. They're too busy leveling up. They're too focused on their purpose. That's where you need to be. You can't grow while looking backward. You can't heal while holding a grudge. And you definitely can't become your best self if you're stuck trying to make somebody else hurt. Don't let what they did be the reason you delay your own breakthrough. Don't give them that kind of power. You are too valuable, too gifted, too called to stay stuck in revenge. You owe it to yourself to move forward, not for them, for you. Let me explain something to you real plain. When somebody does you dirty, I mean really hurts you, it's natural to feel like you got to respond. You want to show them you're not weak. You want to prove that they messed with the wrong one. And the easiest way to do that is to come down to their level and hit back. You say to yourself, they disrespected me, now I'm going to disrespect them. But here's what I need you to hear. You don't rise by lowering yourself. You don't win by playing their game. Now, I ain't saying be a doormat. I'm not telling you to let folks walk all over you. I'm saying there's a difference between protecting your peace and acting out of pain. See, when you respond out of pain, you're reactive. You're letting your emotions run the show. You're not thinking long term. You're thinking about this moment, this insult, this betrayal. And you know what happens? You end up creating more pain for yourself. Every time you stoop low to clap back, you take your eyes off your future. You're not just stepping out of character, you're stepping out of alignment. Alignment with your values, with your purpose, with your destiny. You were built for more than petty drama. You were created for something higher. But the higher you go, the more you got to learn to ignore certain things. Because not every offense deserves your energy. Not every insult deserves your attention. You ever see a lion turn around every time a dog barks? No. The lion knows who it is. It don't have to prove its power to a barking dog. That's how you got to carry yourself. You don't have to respond to everything. You don't have to match somebody's bitterness with bitterness of your own. That's not healing. That's just adding fuel to a fire that's already trying to consume you. Healing, real healing, happens when you rise above it. When you decide, you know what? I see what you did. I feel the sting of it, but I'm not going to become what you are just to feel better for 5 minutes. That's strength. That's growth. That's maturity. You got to get to a place where you love yourself too much to lower yourself. Your peace is expensive. Don't let anybody rent space in your head for free. Don't let their brokenness break you. People who hurt others are usually carrying wounds of their own. They're projecting that pain onto whoever's closest. That doesn't excuse it, but it explains it. And once you understand that, you realize this ain't even about you. It's about what they got going on inside them. So instead of asking, how do I get back at them, start asking, how do I grow from this? That shift in mindset is powerful. It moves you from being a victim of what happened to the architect of what comes next. You get to build something out of the mess. You get to take that pain and turn it into purpose. But none of that can happen if you stay down in the mud with folks who want to drag you there. You got to rise, you got to walk away sometimes, not because you're weak, but because you're strong enough to choose peace over pride. You got to show yourself, I ain't going to let this define me. I'm going to let it refine me. Let them talk. Let them misunderstand you. Let them think they won. You don't have to defend yourself to anybody who's already made up their mind about you. What you can do is keep showing up for your own life. Keep doing what you do. Keep walking in your purpose. Because when you rise above, your life becomes your answer. Your growth becomes your revenge. Your peace becomes your proof. And let me tell you, that feels better than any comeback you could ever plan. Let me tell you something I've learned through pain, through betrayal, through disappointment, and through a whole lot of prayer. There are some battles you just got to hand over to God. I know when someone hurts you, when they lie on you, when they take advantage of your kindness, every part of you wants to step in and make it right. You want to confront them, expose them, make them feel what they made you feel. That's human. That's normal. But let me be real with you. Some of the best revenge you can get is to simply move out the way and let God handle it. See, you think you know what they deserve. You think you got the perfect punishment lined up in your mind, but you ain't got the full picture. You don't know what's going on in that person's heart. You don't know what battles they're already fighting behind closed doors. More importantly, you don't know the lesson God's trying to teach you through this. Because sometimes it ain't even about what they did, it's about what God's trying to build inside of you in the process. Now, if you take matters into your own hands, and I mean really go out of your way to clap back, get even, make them pay, what you're saying to God is, I don't trust you to take care of this. That's what you're really doing. You're saying, I got this, God, let me run the show. But let me tell you, every time I tried to fix it myself, I made a mess. Every time I tried to get even, it backfired. But the times I walked away, held my peace, and just said, Lord, you see what they did. I trust you to handle it. That's when the real justice came. That's when I saw doors open that no man could shut. That's when I saw tables turn without me having to lift a finger. You got to understand, God don't sleep. He don't miss a thing. He sees every tear, every betrayal, every backstab, every unfair moment. And he takes notes. He knows exactly who wronged you and how. But he also knows what's best for your future. And sometimes getting even is the one thing that will slow you down or block your blessing. That bitterness you hold on to, it'll rot you from the inside out. That anger you carry, it'll weigh down your spirit and mess with your focus. God's trying to take you somewhere, but he can't carry you if your hands are full of revenge. I've seen people who wronged me go on and live their lives like nothing happened. And at first I was mad. I was like, God, they're just going to get away with that? But over time, and trust me on this, life has a way of catching up to people. You don't have to wish for it. You don't have to sit there and wait for it. Just focus on your healing, your journey, your calling, because God don't forget, and he ain't never needed your help to bring justice. So don't dirty your hands trying to play God. Stay clean. Stay faithful. Keep your peace. What God has for you, no enemy can take. And when he vindicates you, and he will, it'll be in a way so perfect, so complete, you'll realize you never needed to get even in the first place. All you had to do was trust him. Let me tell you something. You ever been so hurt, so betrayed, that all you could think about was showing that person what they missed out on? You ever said to yourself, one day they're going to see me win and regret everything they did? Yeah, I've been there. But let me tell you what I've learned. It's not about proving something to them. It's about rising into who you're meant to be. You ain't got to throw dirt. You ain't got to shout. You ain't got to post a long message online talking about who wronged you. Just win. Just get up, get better, and let your life speak for you. People who hurt you, they expect you to break. They expect you to stay stuck. Some of them even hope you don't recover because your glow makes them uncomfortable. But what if I told you that the best way to clap back is to shine so bright they got to put on sunglasses just to look at you? That's what success does. That's what peace does. That's what healing and moving forward will do for you. See, when you stop wasting your energy chasing revenge, you free up all that space for growth. You start putting that energy into your goals, into your health, into your business, into your purpose, into becoming the person they never believed you could be. That's a kind of revenge that hits different. It ain't loud, but it's powerful. It's not messy, it's magnetic. You ever see somebody you once underestimated and now they're doing everything you said they couldn't? That feeling, that quiet realization is deeper than any argument, deeper than any insult. When someone wrongs you, they're hoping to knock you off track. But if you keep walking, If you keep building, if you keep grinding, your success becomes a testimony. You don't have to say a word. Let the results speak. I remember times when I was broke, struggling, sleeping in my car, and people counted me out, talked down on me, laughed behind my back. And I could have gone after every one of them, tried to make them pay, but I chose to focus. I chose to keep grinding. Now look, they see me on TV, they see the books, the shows, the suits, and trust me, they remember what they said. But I don't even have to bring it up, because the success I built speaks louder than anything I could have said back then. You got to learn to let your wins talk for you. Let your peace confuse them. Let your progress humble them. Don't sit around waiting for apologies. Most of them will never come. And even if they do, you're not doing this for them anyway. You're doing it for you, for your future, for your family, for the people who believed in you when you didn't even believe in yourself. Let me say this. Success doesn't just mean money or fame. It means becoming whole, becoming joyful again, waking up with purpose, laughing without bitterness, loving without fear, walking through life knowing your worth and never begging anyone to see it. That's success. That's healing. That's power. So when you're hurt, when you're angry, when you're tempted to get even, remember this. You don't have to destroy them, just build you. And one day they'll look at your life and realize they lost someone they never deserved. Not because you said so, but because your success made it clear. Just win. That's all the revenge you'll ever need. Now let me tell you something else. Your glue up ain't just about proving people wrong. It's about proving yourself right. It's about waking up one day and saying, I am who I said I was. I am capable. I am chosen. I am worthy. Because truth be told, the greatest revenge is not in showing them you made it. It's in believing you always could. See, when you finally start to walk in your calling, when you put your head down and hustle, God starts aligning things for you in ways that don't even make sense. The very things that were meant to destroy you become the reason you elevate. That heartbreak, it taught you resilience. That betrayal, it taught you discernment. That closed door, it redirected you to something better. That's success. Not just what's in your bank account, I'm talking about success of the soul. And when you start moving like that, calm, focused, driven, it shakes people up. See, some folks expect you to be bitter forever. They expect you to be broken, talking about what happened, still reliving that drama 5 years later. But when you walk in the room with peace in your heart and purpose in your steps, that's when they realize they didn't break you, they sharpened you. Always say, don't get mad, get motivated. Don't seek revenge, seek results. Let them wonder how you're still standing. Let them hear about your name in rooms they never thought you'd be in. And when they finally see you winning, you won't even have time to gloat. Because by then you'll be so focused on your next level, you ain't even thinking about who hurt you. That's how high you'll have risen. So go ahead, turn that pain into fuel. Turn that rejection into redirection. Turn that insult into insight. Success doesn't scream, it speaks quietly, powerfully, and when it speaks, everyone listens, even the ones who counted you out.